It's Black History Month, and this month we're featuring trailblazers on local city councils. Today we feature Brendan Banks from Crystal, as he told reporter Sonia Goins, Black history is every day.
And to discharge faithfully.
Brendan Banks was sworn in January 2nd.
All members in favor, please say aye.
Aye. He's the first African American elected to the Crystal City Council.
It's slightly intimidating. Why am I the first? It's 2018.
Banks says it's important for government to mirror the community.
And you look at the diversity of Crystal, but how that hasn't been reflected as far as the city council.
Looking for a second? Brendan, thank you.
He's laying the groundwork to make Crystal more inclusive and change the reputation that the city sometimes isn't.
As I've connected with people outside of Crystal, and they ask that question like, wow, how'd you get elected in Crystal?
Banks says that perception isn't reality.
When you look at the diversity of Crystal, both in race and age group, the family makeup and the dynamics. And so how do we start telling our story better?
The council member and his wife Jaleesa have 5 children. Family is one of the reasons he decided to run for office.
I don't want my kids to think that there's any kind of barriers, for them, whether that be work related, socially.
Serving the community is in his DNA.
That's something that my mom embedded into me at a very, very early age.
He was a volunteer firefighter in college and a police officer in Arlington, Texas for 6 years.
The department that I was at is incredibly diverse.
He now serves in a different capacity.
These are church-based ministries, so marriage builders, single parents.
As chief of staff for Serenity Village Community Church.
So as you can see, we have volunteers coming in. This is typically where the produce and stuff is.
Every Friday night, the church has a food shelf.
It's open to anybody that wants to come. We don't even ask any questions.
You can hear the passion in his voice for helping others.
Not about being better than anybody, but okay, here, let me love you through no matter what you may be going through.
He uses that same positive energy to uplift, allowing him to deal with racism and old hurts of the past.
Even as a black male, as a former police officer, I have experienced certain interactions with law enforcement that I wish not to speak of. Our youth meet in here.
Connecting with people of different backgrounds and sometimes having uncomfortable conversations.
We start talking about what is white privilege. A lot of people get very defensive.
Building bridges instead of barriers is a future Banks wants for Crystal.
There's still more work to be done, and that's okay. That's part of the evolution of cultural existence, our American society, and where we're going. I believe we're still going in the right direction.
In Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.